What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode with me, Ras. Hey, this is gonna be interesting. We are doing another F-18 tutorial. The next one up is instrument approach, airfield landing. And if you're looking around this briefing area, it's all covered in fog or clouds or something. So whew, let's go. Let's start this.
When visual flight rules conditions are not present, such as at night or foul weather, an instrument approach landing is used. As the name implies, this relies on the instruments of the Hornet to provide a correct azimuth and glide slope approach to the selected airfield. Although the U.S. Navy Hornet in DCS World has the Instrument Carrier Landing System, or ICLS, this is only used for carrier landings and not airfield landings. Even in the real world, U.S. ILS. As such, we'll instead use a tack-end approach azimuth and a standard 3-degree glide slope from a known distance measuring equipment and altitude. With a glide slope of 3 degrees, we can use a rule of thumb to calculate the altitude to start our descent. That being 300 feet of altitude for every nautical mile to the runway threshold. So, a DME of 10 nautical miles would be 3,000 feet. In this lesson, we will use a typical final approach fix with a DME of 10 nautical miles from the runway to start our descent. I currently have the lesson paused. Your QNH air pressure in inches is already correctly set to 29.92. In other missions, be sure to correctly set your altimeter based on the mission briefing QNH value. Press spacebar to continue. Using what you learned before, go ahead and set your left DDI to the HSI page and the right DDI to the FCS page. You would most often have the HUD on the left DDI and the HSI on the MPCD, but we'll use this setup to more easily monitor the HSI on the left DDI. Enter the Batumi TACAN code of 16X and set a course line of 119 degrees. This can be found on the airfield approach plate. The course arrow on the HUD will be your primary azimuth steering reference. Once complete, press spacebar.
All right, FCS. And then 16 X-ray. Okay. So TACAN, clear, 16 X-ray, enter. Did it annotate it? Because I don't see it. Changes it on both. Why? Course line and set a course line to 119 degrees. 119 already there.
Before we unpause, let's contact Batumi Tower and let them know we're inbound. Press / to open the radio menu, then F5 to select ATC, and then F1 for Batumi. If you are using realistic radio, press the COM1 or COM2 to open the radio menu. Later, when Batumi Tower clears you for approach, press F1 to request landing permission. This will instruct the tower to turn on the approach lights.
Alrighty.
Press spacebar to continue.
Batumi, Colt 1-1, inbound. Colt 1-1, Batumi, fly heading 126, Fort 1-1, QFE 29.89, runway 13, to pattern altitude.
We now have everything set up for our instrument approach based on TACAN navigation with a controlled 3-degree glide slope from a final approach fix at waypoint 6.
I'm guessing.
Once unpaused, fly to and maintain an airspeed of 250 knots and fly through the gate ahead. Ahead of you are a series of gates to help you stay on azimuth and glide slope. Make sure to fly through each one. When ready, press spacebar to unpause. Here we go. Reduce throttle to idle until your speed falls to 250 knots, and maintain that airspeed until we reach our fixed approach point at waypoint 6. Note the TACAN heading on the HUD and HSI should be pointing directly ahead. To help slow down, you can use the speed brake by pressing left shift B to extend and B to retract.
Yeah.
Fly through the gate ahead at waypoint 1.
Let's see if we
Once your
can.
speed is below 250 knots, remember to retract the speed brake if it is still extended by pressing B. Ensure your airspeed is below 250 knots and lower your landing gear and set flaps to full when 5 to 7 miles from the FAF.
Flaps are on
Passing
auto.
waypoint 3 and your DME to the TACAN should be 15 miles. Keep an airspeed below 250 knots.
Alrighty. Can't see shit. Oh. Look at that beautiful sight.
Passing waypoint 4. Fly through the next gates on a 3-degree glide slope. To best determine your glide slope, reference the velocity vector on the HUD in relation to the pitch ladder. Fly to maintain the velocity vector 2/5 above the negative 5-degree pitch ladder line. Passing waypoint 5. Your next waypoint will be the fixed approach point that will place you 10 miles with a 3-degree glide slope.
I can't say it enough. I can't stress it enough. This is a beautiful game. And that's that I'm running on a very, very, very old graphics card. Wait till I get the new computer with the new graphic. Oof.
You are now passing the fixed approach point into Batumi. Maintain your 3-degree glide slope. Note that your TACAN heading should be guiding you directly ahead the entire time, and your TACAN DME decreasing as we draw closer. Maintain on-speed angle of attack as you learned in the VFR airfield landing lessons. Keep flying through the gates while on speed.
I need to drop down a little bit. There we go. I think we had a good.
Code 1-1. Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
1500 degrees or
Passing
feet.
through waypoint 10. The airfield lights should be visible, including the Precision Approach Path Indicator or PAPI lights. If all white, you are too high. If all red, you are too low. And if white and red, you are on a proper 3-degree glide slope.
Gear down, flaps up. Bringing speed down. There we go.
Passing
Yep.
our final waypoint before
Code
landing.
1-1. To me.
You should be on speed and on glide slope, and now be able to visually make out the runway threshold for a visual approach. Adjust power to control your descent such that the velocity vector lines up with your desired touchdown point. Once the wheels are down, apply the wheel brakes by pressing W.
There we go. Whoa. Woo! Nice. Woo, woo. It's always a little stressful.
Nice job. You made it down without
Code
killing
1-1.
yourself.
Taxi to
As you
cruising
can
area.
see, even without an ILS, it's quite easy to land the Hornet in instrument conditions if you have a fixed control point to plan the landing from. Press Escape to end the lesson.
Very cool. God, I love this game. Well, we're gonna leave it at that. Nice quick landing. We'll end up getting close to the good stuff now. We got the takeoffs, the navigations, landings. I'm hoping the next ones are weapons and things of the nature. So I appreciate you guys coming in, watching. Please hit that like, hit that sub. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna be doing more of this content, so be ready. And once I get the new computer, woof, the graphics are gonna look that much better. So anywho, I'll catch you in the air next time. Peace.